How you doing? It's Rob Showalter again. Let's hashtag keep moving forward. What I'm going to do for you today is walk you through the process of setting up your OneNote notebooks with your classrooms in Microsoft Classroom. The general process that we're going to do today is first we're going to access it through Microsoft Classroom, which yours looks like this. Then we're going to have a quick conversation about organization, how you want to organize your OneNote files. How those are gonna look at the tail end of the day. Then we are going to set it up through set up Class Notebook through Microsoft Classroom. We're going to launch the Class Notebook for the first time. And in order to do that, we're going to have to make sure we're signed into OneNote. Then we're going to talk about setting up different features within OneNote. Features that I personally believe are great for classroom usage. The two components would be the quick access toolbar on the top and suggested quick links for you. And then there's this big feature that we need to get in there called Microsoft Class Notebook. It's an add-in that everybody's got to download, and how to utilize that and how that helps us distribute content to our students through our content library. So let's go on and progress. The first thing we need you to do is I need you to get to your Microsoft Classroom. And if you remember how to do that, if you didn't create any bookmarks up here or anything like that, you go through the intranet page and you go to GHS Learn. Then the bottom right, you've got some links that directly go to Microsoft Classroom. So right now we're taking a look at Microsoft Classroom. And I just want you to pull up the class that you're going to turn around and link to your class note. And for me, I'm going to turn around and link a class that actually doesn't have any students, because all of my other classes are already linked right now. But I want to walk you through the process of actually connecting your OneNote program with your classes. And so just pick on a class that you want to connect, and we'll go from there. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to grab your OneNote application. I want you to open that. And I want you to, up here in the top right, sign into your account. If this is the first time that you've opened up OneNote, what you will see is you'll see some prompts for signing in. Really, all you need to do is straight X out of all of those, get OneNote open. Up here in the top right, there should be a link that says sign in. Click on there, follow the sign in prompts. Pay special attention to the fact that you want to click work or school account set up by your IT department, not the personal account. Work or school account, make sure you click those options. That's very important in terms of being able to set up. What we've done right now is we have kind of set the stage for being able to set up our class notebook. We're not going to do that right now. We're going to pull back and talk a little bit about the organization and how you actually want to set up your classes so that they can interact with you. If you look down here, this is the way that my classes are set up. My classes are set up where under each student notebook, they have a Unit 1 class notes, a Unit 1 homework, Unit 2 class notes. Then we're going to continue that Unit 2 homework, and so on and so forth. You just need to get kind of an idea on how you want to organize it for your kids in terms of what they'll see. A lot of people will probably just use it to help push out notes to their students so they have access to it. You're probably not starting in the spot where you're going to start sending out homework to those kids. Now, just kind of get an idea of what you want your students to see when they get onto their classroom notebook. Just get that in your head. And of course, we can work on fine-tuning that in a little bit. Just kind of have a general idea of what you're going to do before we actually begin the setup process itself. To do the setup process, that's kind of where we're going now. We're going to go back to our Microsoft Classroom under Class Notebook, and we're going to hit this Begin Setup State link. After we get that, we've got some prompts here. These are the default prompts. What these are going to do is for each one of the students in their private space, they're going to get tabs. They're going to get these 4 tabs if I don't make any changes. For me, I wanted to set up Unit 1 class notes, Unit 1 homework, and so on and so forth. And that's kind of how I set this up as I began. You can leave it default to this if you'd like. There's pluses or minuses on it. The kids can always delete the tabs if they need to. Right now, I'm going to leave it as default. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to hit Next, I would like a private teacher space in mind that gives me the opportunity to do like quiz answer keys, test answer keys, that allows me to keep them in the notebook all in one spot with all the rest of the stuff I'm going to use for the class. Also allows my co-teachers to see that as well. I'm going to hit next. Again, if I wanted to set up multiple classes at the same time with the same structure, I can hit set up multiple notebooks. I can view what it's going to look like here. Typically, with yours, there's going to be students down here. You're not going to see students down there for mine because I don't have students enrolled in this particular course. You can take a peek at what the students' class notebook looks like. They have certain content libraries here, and they have some tabs, sections, things like that. Again, each student, if you remember from one of the other videos, each student, this is the student view, each student has access and can edit and can add things, as well as myself, in the collaboration space. Each student can see items that a teacher has posted in Content Library and can copy and paste those into their personal notebook. And then each student has access to a personal notebook for themselves that only they can see and their teachers can see, the co-teachers. So that's kind of how I'm going to set up. Click Create, and then it says Setting Up Class Notebook. And it's going to do what it needs to do to set it up. Once it is set up, it's going to say Launch Class Notebook. And right now I'm going to pause the video and come back when it's all done in that regard. If it errors out, just be a little bit flexible. If it takes too long, be a little bit flexible. Then refresh. You could refresh the link. You could refresh the link itself up here. Oh, look at that. It says Launch Class Notebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the Launch Class Notebook button, and it's going to come up here, OneNote Online. You'll see those sections are going to populate. I, again, am not going to have any students down here like you have. You should have students. If you don't have students down there, let's have a conversation and make sure your Microsoft Classroom is set up appropriately. Again, we have the different varieties of tabs that we can use, we can click on. But from here, we actually don't want to work on OneNote Online because there's a lot of features that it just doesn't have when we're on the online option. I want you to click on this Edit in OneNote, and that's going to pop up OneNote again. You're going to see some dialog boxes. Sometimes this errors out, like right now you see that it's not responding, but it's actually doing work. Just be a little bit patient. And sometimes this process that's going on right now does stall out. We need to just kind of X out because the reason being there's a ton of information getting pumped out. What you'll notice over here is we've got my class name right there. Currently I'm in Content Library. We have this back arrow we can set up, and we can go back and take a look at the different content libraries here. We can take a look right here at the different teacher or student spaces as well. What I want to do with you now is show you the quick access toolbar that we can add in the different options. You can go File, Options to get to it if you want. You could even go up here, right click on these icons that say More Commands. It gives you an opportunity to add quick access commands up there at the top. Now you've got all these pens and highlighters if you write on the screen. I'm a math teacher, so I do that all the time. You got some erasers you can add in. These are great options. If you do that and you want your students, if you do that and you're on a Surface or anything like that, a Microsoft Surface or any of those computers, you might want to click on this Draw with Touch. One thing that's really important to add in is this command for sync, so that you can get the latest updates that the students put on there in their notebooks in their private space, and we want to sync that with my computer. Add that in there. I think it's important to add some zoom in and out, so it's a little bit easier for all of us to zoom in and out on the different pages to get access to the different content within the page. And now there's an option, one more I recommend, is this panning hand. It allows you to look through the screen very, very easily. You can change the order of these in any order that you'd like. Be creative with it, add some more features, take a little bit of a minute to page through the different options that you have here. Maybe you want to personalize it a little bit more. So let's go and just hit OK, and you'll notice they're all at the top bar right there. Fantastic. We've got a good start. Now there's one more piece that we want to add to it. The last piece is the Classroom Notebook add-in. This add-in will allow us to distribute content to all of our students all at once, push it out to their personal notebook, and allow us to give them information instead of, this is akin to, say, passing out pieces of paper in class, if you'd like to do that sort of thing. So let's walk you through adding the class notebook add-in. To get to that class notebook add-in, I want you to go to the link https://www.onenote.com/class notebook. I'm just going to click on it here real fast. It's going to take me to this screen. And down here we have this link that says download the class notebook add-in. Click that. Run or save and then run. Let it download. Yes, I agree. Woohoo, install. What this allows us to do is, we have to close OneNote. Look at that. Prompt. Just close it out, hit OK. It's going to add it in. And then the next time we open up OneNote, we're going to see that class notebook add in. It's going through. Success. So we're going to launch OneNote. And we'll notice we have this class notebook option. There are a bunch of things we can do with this. That is on the next video. Right now you are set up for your class notebook is set up for your classroom usage. The next video we're going to make will tell you how to use it and what benefits it has for your classroom and how you can use it to help collaborate, help the collaborative process through your students. Thanks for listening, and #keep moving forward.